Hello and welcome back to the Park Winners Flower Farm. It has been a beautiful day and we just had a beautiful sunset, and I'm just walking around appreciating all the plants, and I thought that I would give you a tour of what it feels like here in this time of year. So this time of year, a lot of the plants start to quiet down and they've gone through their peak, but still there's a lot of flowers that are still doing their thing. And so there's so many gorgeous flowers, like this awesome rose here. And right behind me is this amaranth that I planted many years ago, and it has spread throughout the farm, and there's millions of little seeds inside all of these heads of these amaranth. And I had picked up the seeds at this place called the Seed Bank in Petaluma many years ago, and they have just traveled throughout the farm and have spread out to different places. So I'm going to walk around and I'm going to show you what's happening right now, and I'm going to share with you some of the things that are going dormant, and I'm going to tell you about some of the plans that I have to get ready for the season once all the plants turn for the winter. So come with me, let's go check things out. The way that the milkweed seeds spread is so interesting, and nature is so fascinating, because look at this interesting organization of seeds. So all these seeds are perfectly organized inside this seed pod, and they're all lined up just like that, you see. And then they slowly start opening up and getting kind of like poofy, and then they carry these seeds and they spread everywhere. So it's really cool to observe it, but also this time of year, all these milkweed seeds just fly everywhere. I love to share them with people because they provide food for the monarchs, and as they spread through this region, they provide more and more spots for the butterflies to stop. So these will take flight, and then they'll find a crack, germinate, and another plant will grow. So it's really cool to observe this type of thing. And like all plants that I get interested in, I always take an interest on whether they reproduce by seed or by rhizome, etc. Oh, look at that. There's a little ladybug right in here. So I'll take that as good luck. And it was trying to rest there for the evening, but I disrupted it. Hopefully it'll find a spot to rest. So this is one type of milkweed. And then we have these like bugs right here that are eating some of the aphids on the milkweed. So nature just like takes care of itself. It has so many interesting facets to it. Here's another example of the way that the seeds organize in the pod, and it's just perfect. Like, how does this all happen, that all these seeds are like lined up one next to the other like that, and then they start to spread open, stretch their wings, get poofy, and then fly away. You know, when you're paying attention to nature, you can really see and observe a lot of the ways that it reproduces and how it spreads. So if anybody wants some of these seeds, contact me. I'd love to share, and because by sharing these, we're providing food for the monarchs. So the hollyhocks have gone to seed, and they're so interesting because they organize themselves in like a little circle, like a crown, all the way around like this. And each and every one of these is a seed. And again, you know, these these seeds, they hope to find a crevice in the ground. They germinate and they turn into a plant. And so nature has such a powerful way of continuing. So it's very, it's a beautiful thing to observe. So here we have this really interesting variety of crepe myrtle. They have black leaves and these beautiful white blooms, and this one is called Black Diamond. And we have quite a few of them in this area. And the method to my madness with planting some of these like rusty looking plants like this one, and then like the smoke tree, and some of the grasses that we have in the parking lot, is to bring the rust color that is in the roof and on the walls of our pavilion, and to sort of like bring it out here into the garden. And it was just an idea I had, and it has a nice nod to the rust, but it also makes it a lot, it makes it very interesting. So these are hat flowers, and they have such a beautiful look to them. So here we have them in a couple of stages. So you have the flower, and before the flower opens, you have these like really interesting little flower buds opening like this. Then you have the flower, and then it goes into these seed pods that look like this. And once the seed has totally dried, then this gets full of seed. And here's one that has completely gone to seed. And I love to know how it is that all plants and trees that I'm interested in, how they reproduce. And so look at how interesting this is. So essentially every one of these is a seed, and what you do is I start and I break it up, and then once it breaks up, they all start to fall into my hand like this. And so they will self-spread, but we also have them in our flower rows, and look at how pretty that is. Isn't that cool? Every one of these is a seed that turns into these, and then they have these really fun globes, and they all are a fun flower to work with when you put them in your arrangements. So there's so many ideas and things that people do that I never think of, and it's just so cool to watch what other people's ideas are, because I learned so much from what people are incorporating into their arrangements. So now I couldn't show you all of this without showing you the Pope John Paul II roses. These are the most fragrant roses, and they have such a sensational scent about them. I've been sharing them with guests, and we have quite a few of them planted in this area, and this particular variety smells like rose soap. It's so delicious. I wish I could transport this scent. Many people wish they could have a fragrance made of this. And it was a rose I had never heard of until I went down to a nursery in the Bay Area, and I discovered this. And so this particular rose is called Pope John Paul II, and they have the most wonderful smell about them. I can't help but look at all this and think of having to get in here and remove these dead heads. So the garden, it never stops. The work never stops. And I joke and I tell the guys that work with me that we're never going to run out of things to do here, because there's so much every week. And so deadheading them is necessary so that we can have new flowers. And then right as they start to grow back, they have this really nice sort of like reddish maroon look to them. And this is all the new growth right there. Then you've got the little buds, and then the gorgeous flowers that smell like rose soap, lotion, grandma's roses. However you associate it, they are sensational, and people just gasp. I don't know why I haven't done this, because the whole time I'm looking at them, I want to smell them. So I'm going to reach in here and do that. Let's see if we can capture my reaction. Oh gosh, these are unexplainable how wonderful they are. So if you guys have access to getting this variety of rose, just take my word for it. Get at least one bush, because every time you smell them, they're going to make you really happy. There's a red rose that is just as potent and sweeter, and it's called Mr. Lincoln. So the Mr. Lincoln rose is bright red. It is in the scent world, it is it's right, it hits these high notes just like this one. So check it out if you can. Oh gosh, that is amazing. All of this amaranth has spread on its own. It's called Hopi amaranth, and it's really interesting. I got it from the seed bank in Petaluma many years ago, and it has traveled over to this side of the farm, and it's really cool. A lot of people love it, and it just gets more and more prolific every year. It just is spreading, and it seems to spread in all the right spots. Look how beautiful it is. Like, it's like this magenta color. Isn't that gorgeous? Now every one of these heads is full of seeds. So when I do this, you can see there's tons of little black seeds in my hand. And so these little amaranth seeds spread nicely. Like I mentioned, they seem to find all the right spots, but every single one of these has billions of seeds. And as you all know, I'd love to share. If you're local, come on by. I'll share anything we have with you. I got all of these curly willow trees from a farm in Vermont, but they came in just this like 12-inch stick. I describe them as like little skinny Slim Jims, and they have a really beautiful color, and they're starting to get more and more orange. They have like an orange cast. So I love that. As the season has changed, these have gotten an interesting cast of a golden color, and they'll go more into a reddish orange bark or stems, but they're really fun. And isn't that unbelievable? Like, this thing here came as a 12-inch stick from a willow farm in Vermont. And we make wreaths out of these, so that's really fun. I know that many of you know that the flower farm has a whole section that is inspired by orange and apricot colors, and it is all because of this beautiful orange truck that our friends Gloria and Mike gifted us a long time ago. And there is never a time that I don't see that truck when I'm like taking a photo or something and don't think of them, because it's just the way it works, you know. And all the plants that have been given to me, other plants and trees from other people, when I see them, I think of them, such as this Sally Holmes rose that is right there crawling on that barn. That reminds me of my friend Shawnee. And so all the plants here bloom in orange, and even these trees, these are called Chinese pistache, and we have them all around this area. And then here come the persimmons, and they will turn bright orange and represent the orange right to the end of the year. And plus they're delicious. So I'm excited about those. And it's just a wonderful time of year, no matter when you're in the garden. This here is a ginkgo biloba. They grow super slow, but it has actually doubled in size since we've had it. And I love it because in this fall, it'll turn like a canary yellow. So here's a view of the entrance to the flower barn, right here next to this truck. How many of you love this time of day when the sun's setting and the crickets are out? It's so cool to just be outside at all times. Love these prairie fire grasses in mass. They will be super showy, and I've got them all going through here, but they have such a beautiful orange cast, and they're getting more and more orangey. Hopefully it comes through in the camera, but in person, they have like a really deep rusty color, which it doesn't seem like it's coming through from the screen of what I'm seeing, but they will make quite a statement and will make it evident that this is a pathway. And so we have them all through here. I planted all of this curly willow, and it has a really cool feeling and vibe walking through here, because you have all they're planted in mass, and they go way to the very end, and the branches have a really nice orange cast to them. And we trimmed them recently, and when we trimmed them, we made these really beautiful wreaths out of them. Then we have a lot of silver dollar eucalyptus, and these have such a sensational scent to them. And if you hang them from your shower head and turn on hot water, they steam your bathroom, and they have an amazing feeling and smell to them. Again, this is one of those scents that I wish I could transport to you. It's really nice walking out here at dusk, just enjoying the quietness, enjoying the beauty of all the flowers. I want to thank everyone for watching. It is a true love of mine to share this garden with you. And every week, things are changing, the seasons are changing, and I'm drawing a lot of inspiration from a lot of things that are going dormant. And so I try to enjoy the garden as much as I can, because you only have a window with certain plants and flowers. And so it's wonderful to enjoy them as they're rolling through. And I have systematically planted everything so that it's never just a bed of mulch left, that we have plants growing in succession and certain flowers that bloom even later into this year and through the winter, so that it keeps it interesting. But most importantly, the colors make me happy, and I love to share them with you. So anyway, I just want to thank everyone for watching, and I hope that everyone is doing something fun, being creative, or playing in your garden.